the first thing I notice is this Carolina flare. This really is incredible. I mean, I could stand under here and not get rained on. We're here in Miami International Boat Shows, Super Bowl of boat shows.
Oh, this is the MVP of the Super Bowl of boat shows.
No doubt. What better place to debut this incredible boat than the Miami Boat Show?
Oh, this is the new Grady-White 321 Coastal Explorer. Just a few years ago, down here in Florida, we debuted the 281 Coastal Explorer.
That's right.
But we always get asked the question, what's the question?
Can we get it any bigger?
And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Not only did everything get bigger, it also got better. One great example is this platform. So you now have electrically folding sport decks on not only the starboard side, but also the port side with a reboarding ladder that can be used on either side of the boat.
And as a family man, right now, the kids don't have to compete with who jumps off first. We jump
yeah.
off either side.
If you think about it from a fishability standpoint, if you are fighting a fish to one side or the other, you've got the platform there. You could fold it right out. You could actually use that as a means of getting that big tuna on board.
I think about diving too when you think about the recreation side of this. Going on a wreck or jumping off the boat in and out of the water is easy, whether you're an adult or a kid, right?
Yep.
It's all about that.
And on top of all that, I mean, we're already at 10.6 foot of beam before you fold the platforms out. Add another 2 to 3 feet per side, and it's really becoming a very comfortable and capable platform.
This seems like a different animal. This seems like something that I could take consistently offshore, inshore, and really do both.
The beautiful thing about our CE line, whether it be our 23, 25, 28, or now our 32, is it still does have our CV2 dead rise hull design bottom. The difference is we just took a little bit of dead rise out of the transom when we start our progression moving forward, so that shallows up the draft.
Right.
So now in the case of the 32, we only need 22 inches of water in order to get in those tighter fishing holes or to get a little closer to the sandbar. But because we do have that same CV2 progression moving forward from the transom, it is very much so an offshore capable fishing platform.
And you'll feel that, right? When we get in here, you're gonna notice some big boat features. This is not just a big 281. In some ways, this is a small 386. From outside the boat, the first thing I notice is this Carolina flare, man. It's so pronounced. It really does give you that offshore feel.
Most all of our CV2s produce a generous amount of flare in the front, which not only redirects the spray out and away from the boat, it also generates lift when you're coming up through the trough of a wave. You don't typically see it a lot in those inshore, offshore kind of crossover models. Another feature you'll notice up here in the bow is our through-hole anchor chute arrangement. Again, another big boat feature that's really, really awesome if you are anchoring up, whether you be at the sandbar or you're going out to do some bottom fishing.
We talked about this flare, but this really is incredible. I mean, I could stand under here and not get rained on. It really speaks to the offshore performance.
Absolutely the best perspective to see exactly how much flare we're talking about. And again, that's an awesome running characteristic of really any hull. And when you talk about a boat that really can not only do inshore, but offshore, the beam is a huge part of that. We have 10 foot 6 inches of beam. Once we get into the boat, we'll see what that beam means for your interior.
And then there's also some really cool features on the back end of this boat that aren't in some of the other CEs. This boat's ready to accommodate dual power poles, dual jack plate, trolling motor. We'll prep that package for you before it leaves. You pick the motor, you pick the electronics, but this boat's ready to roll. Yeah,
we really love leaving that up to you as the consumer. We're gonna design the boat to accommodate all those features. So another awesome feature of the 321 are these integrated platforms off the transom. But you'll notice we have our 4-step reboarding ladder, folds right off the back. These are perfect for water sports. You know, if you are doing tubing, skiing, wakeboarding, you don't want to fold the platform all the way down on the side. You've got the reboarding ladder built right into the transom.
Pushing us inshore, offshore is the power package, right?
We do have the twin 350 Yamahas, digital electric integrated steering. You can literally turn the wheel with your pinky. Full maneuverability packages included.
What kind of numbers do we see performance-wise?
Wide open throttle, we're gonna be looking at 56 miles an hour, a touch above it. Plenty of speed to get you there and back, but when you wanna be a little more economical, it cruises right around 30, getting 1.7 miles per gallon, which gives us a range with 220 gallons of fuel in the tank of in excess of 335 miles. So again, when you think about an inshore boat, you're not thinking about that much range. That's another testament to this boat's ability to really do not only inshore, but the offshore fishing as well.
Speaking to the versatility, with this crossover boat, right, I'm taking this in the creeks and the rivers, I'm filling up those live wells before I head offshore. I can do both things. And then maybe the fishing's slow and I can still save the day and stop at the sandbar on the way back.
Yeah, or it could be a slow day fishing, or you could be slow on the uptick of the learning curve of how to fish. Either way, yeah, when you decide it's time to turn around and head home, take her to the sandbar.
That's right.
And another one of my favorite features at the sandbar, how about this? Auxiliary anchor if you don't have the power poles, but if you do,
that's a
insulated storage boxes. So you don't even need to hop back on board to grab a cold beverage. Just come right over, grab it right out of the transom cooler. No bad days.
No bad days. All right, Christian, as we climb in here, man, this is a lot of space.
Yeah, this is where you really start to feel the beam of the boat. And of course, you start to see everything that we were able to do with it. So,
no doubt.
Biggest thing is seats. We know this is gonna be not only the sandbar chariot, this is gonna be next level. This is the sandbar limousine.
Right.
So we got 15 seats throughout the boat where you really can load up all your friends and family. And they're not crammed in tight. They are very comfortable. Everybody
Depends
has
on the
plenty of
size of your
space.
friends too. Could be 20.
That's true.
Because we're yacht certified here on this
When
321.
you talk about kids, grandkids, load them up. The seating across the transom here, 4 individual seats, comfortable, full size.
Full backrest too.
We've got you high enough off the cockpit that you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Your knees aren't in your chest.
Sure.
And you've got plush cushions. So many times you see the jump seats on these
Real
bay boat
thin
style.
cushions. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not comfortable at all. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna make sure that everybody has all the comfort. One of my favorite aspects of this transom seating arrangement are the port and starboard backrests, which do a couple of things in addition to being very comfortable seats. One is you can flip them aft, and with this level deck going all the way across where the motor well typically would be, now I've got a fantastic casting platform if you are fishing inshore, doing a little bottom fishing, and this backrest converts to a leaning post now. So all of a sudden I've got a great bolster that I can lean against when I am trying to cast. Jump back to the sandbar for a second. I can flip it this way, and now you've got a lounge. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
We can flip the other one and have a couple people lounging facing each other.
This is awesome.
This backrest in the middle is completely removable. Get that out of the way. Leave it at home if you don't need it. A couple of extra rod holders right down here.
Awesome. All really easy to get to also.
Super easy to use. And again, if you don't need them, you can just leave the backrest and the cushions at home. Maybe somebody's doing some skiing, wakeboarding, tubing. We do have the optional pop-up ski pylon. It's perfect to be able to flip that backrest out of the way, remove one cushion, and get you right to that transom ladder, be able to reboard from the water. Well, why don't we talk a little bit about what's beneath this transom seating arrangement. On centerline, we have nice size dry storage box.
Okay.
Everybody's bringing their own bags, their own fill in the blankets, got to have somewhere to go. Great spot back here where it's super easy to get to.
So twin 18-gallon live wells in either corner of the boat.
With our full height column inlet system, so it keeps the circulation moving, keeps the baits alive. They're also insulated and overboard draining, so if you're not using them for live bait fishing,
another cooler.
More coolers.
Love it.
If you're not putting drinks in there, you're not using for live bait, put some ice in there. That's another fish box. You can throw some fish in there if you're doing some inshore fishing.
They're in the right spots too. They're not in the middle. I'm right here where my rod's gonna be in the back corner of this boat, using my bait like I want to. What else does this center section do?
So there's a button right there. I'll remove this cushion just to get it out of our way. Hit that button and we'll take a look at the electrically actuated bilge access. Not that you'll need to get down here very often, but when you do, opening and closing our seacocks on our remote arms, if you need to check on any of your mechanical features, just with the push of a button, you've got awesome access down to the bilge compartment.
Awesome. And access to that actuator too. If you ever had to open it manually, you always can.
Of course, yep. Inside the storage box here, if there is an issue with the actuator, there's an access panel in there. You'll be able to pull a pin and lift it all manually.
As we move forward, and this is kind of in keeping with that customer feedback and listening to what our people have to say, people love that seat on the 386. This just looks like a small version of it.
Yeah, so in addition to being on the 386, we introduced it on the 340 Express.
Right.
We added a couple of more elements of versatility to that, and we've brought all that now down to this new 321 CE.
So when I look at this lean bar, this aft-facing seat, man, this is comfortable. It's wide enough for two, dedicated armrest for both of us, footrest down here if I wanted it. But what else does this do?
So we've got the flip bolster, so that's gonna convert it from a seat to an aft-facing leaning post.
Sure.
And in addition to all of that, this came right out of the 340, but this is a bigger version of it. We have this fold-down countertop, which is perfect for putting out the spread for lunch.
Sure.
Or if you are fishing the boat, you want to get the tackle boxes, the rigs up here,
prep station.
Get everything set up.
Absolutely.
And then in addition to all that, secret storage spot, got the beautiful blue light in there,
little
USB
outlet,
charger. It has dry storage if you want to plug some phones in, leave them in there, extra tackle boxes.
So we've been out offshore all day and we're coming back in and we're gonna have a sunset cocktail. This seems like the perfect place to do it. And I see ourselves anchored up on the sandbar. I see people coming over because we're all lit up.
Oh yeah, you're gonna notice the beautiful indirect blue lighting that goes throughout the boat. In our base boat down here, we're gonna have a couple of big bulk storage drawers. This model has been optioned up with the Seakeeper gyro stabilizer.
Seakeeper 2.
That's inside the lean bar. You don't even know it's there until you turn it on, and then you do know it's there. But if you are that guy that is gonna spend more time offshore, it's really an option that you wanna consider. And you don't lose the tackle storage. So you can still flip this door down. I've got 3 dedicated tackle boxes down here. And just forward of that is the Seakeeper gyro. As we work our way around the lean bar, on the port side, we have dedicated storage for our reboarding ladder that can go on either one of our sport decks. On the starboard side, we have a drawer unit with dedicated storage for a 5-gallon bucket. I love that because it can be a trash can, or if you want to use it for a casting net or some extra dock lines, anything like that. And on the front of the lean bar, we have our individual folding footrest for each one of our Helm chairs.
Awesome.
And then also a little dedicated storage box for the catch-all, the sunglasses case, the keys, the cell phone, the wallet. Empty your pockets out. You always got to have a little box, and I like to keep it right there at the helm.
So as we move up to the helm here, Kristen, tell me a little bit about what we did on this 321.
Yeah, I think the first thing you're gonna notice is the 3-wide forward-facing helm chair configuration.
Like a 326.
Each one of these seats is independently adjustable fore and aft, has their own bolster, their own armrest. These are full-size seats. We're not trying to cram 3 people into a 2.5-person space.
Right.
And all within the protection of this integrated glass windshield, beautifully bonded right into the hardtop support structure.
Really clean.
We put those beautiful curves on the front glass. And then let's talk about this helm station. I mean, this is really going to be your command center for the boat. We've blacked it out. It looks really new, really modern and stylish. Our low-profile stainless steel push-button switches on the carbon fiber panel. And then electronics. We always want bigger electronics.
Sure.
Dual 19-inch displays here at the helm. And let's top it all off with a beautifully upholstered black dash brow. Talking about the performance, some of the handling characteristics of this boat with Yamaha's full maneuverability package, the joystick, all of the set point features, and then of course the Yamaha autopilot, all standard features on the 321 Coastal Explorer.
And then upgrading on that system, an option on this boat, but pretty new for Yamaha, is this wireless joystick that's equipped on this prototype.
That's true. A lot of people don't even know about this. It's still relatively new to the market, but I can take this joystick, put it in one hand, and walk anywhere from the bow to the stern of this boat and drive it, this joystick. So if you think about backing into a slip, if I've got a blind spot, something that I want to get a little bit closer to see around, I can walk all the way to the transom. If I'm retrieving my windlass, we have buttons at the helm, but also in the bow. So I can walk up there with the remote, drive the boat towards the anchor while using my foot to work the windlass pedals. We've got a nice big radio box up here, enough room for 2 VHF radios, grab rails, literally everywhere you want them, built right into the frame and throughout the rest of the boat. Life jacket storage directly overhead. Beautiful for life jackets. You can also put rain gear, anything else like that you need in a nice, breathable, and easily accessible compartment. You've got it built into the hardtop. These are our bi-color downlights. So we have the white turned on right now, perfect if you're loading the boat, you know, before or after the sun comes up or goes down. But we also have the blue light available. So if it is that sunset cruise and we want these lights to tie in with the indirect lighting throughout, we can change them over to the blue. JL audio speakers throughout, and of course rod holders throughout, as you would expect on any Grady-White. So as we walk up to the bow, JB, you'll notice that not only do we have these awesome rod storage pods on both the port and starboard sides of the boat, just forward of the electric platforms that fold down, but it's another great example of that indirect lighting that we've got that runs throughout the boat.
We don't sacrifice any rod storage to add those.
You don't have to choose one or the other. Yeah, you get both on both sides. And we talk about grab rails all the time. How about this bow rail coming all the way back to midship? So as soon as I move from the rail at the helm, I can transition to the bow rail and walk comfortably all the way up to the front. Now the first thing that jumps out to me is this lounge seat. Contoured seat bottom, armrest, lumbar roll in the back, even headrest, grab rails, cup holders. I was gonna call dibs, but since there's room for both of us, I guess I don't have to.
Because speaking to having room for 2 full grown men to sit, right? This is a real 2-wide seat.
If I'm not driving,
this is my spot.
This is where I'm at.
But what's underneath it, right? Because everything, it can't just do one thing. It's got to do more than one thing.
It's got to do everything.
That's
and it's going to do it all really well. The first thing you'll notice is how you can just flip this cushion up because it's held on with just magnets. So pop those magnets loose, undo the latch, insulated and overboard draining cooler.
That's big.
You could throw some fish in there if you're doing some inshore fishing, or you can just load it up with drinks.
There's really no empty space in this boat.
Anywhere we can find a couple extra cubic inches, we're going to take advantage. And these drawer units up here are a perfect example of that. Anywhere somebody's in the boat, they need a convenient catch-all space. You're gonna have a bottle of sunscreen, you're gonna have a sunglasses case, a cell phone. So when you're coming up, you can empty your pockets and then hop right into the bow seating lounges. So if all the cushions are removed, massive casting deck with all the cushions in, awesome place for tons of people to come up here and lounge.
Huge sun pad,
Yeah, but if you are running out, with just the push of a button, These backrests pop up on both the port and starboard side. Stop it anywhere throughout the range of motion, depending on how much you want to recline. But now we have 2 more places for people to comfortably lounge in the bow, so 4 people in total.
And this center section, does this have to be here? What else does this do?
No, this is a CPI, or casting platform insert, with just a couple of barrel bolts. You can remove it. Or in the case of this boat, we actually have the bow table option.
Oh, wow.
So it's electrically actuated with a pedestal down below. Now we've got a massive bow table.
Now that we got the cushions on and the table up, this is the party area, right? I have 4 or 5 of my closest friends, a couple more on the lounge seat. We can hang out at the sandbar, we can hang out at the dock, we can hang out in the marina. You don't even have to leave to entertain.
Yeah, watch the sunset right here from the bow. Put up the bow shade while the sun's still up. Sun goes down, turn on the accent lighting.
That's awesome.
Let's crank up the stereo. Everybody's comfortable, everybody's relaxed.
And before you leave that night, you rip all these cushions off, throw them in the console so that the next morning you're ready to go fish. And I have a huge elevated casting platform that 2, maybe 3 could easily fish from.
Yeah, and we have the molded in steps, super easy to go up and down to and from the casting deck. And then why don't we talk about what's under the casting deck? Insulated, directly overboard draining, as you would expect on any Grady-White, which also double as dry storage if you need some additional bulk storage space. It's all covered in diamond nod skid, so you've got great grip, great traction up here. Also extremely low maintenance when you're ready to rinse it off at the end of the deck.
But where's the water hose up here?
Yeah, so we actually have an awesome anchor locker arrangement with a raw water connection.
Spray the anchor off, spray the deck off. Everything runs overboard because of that static running angle. So it's all going aft anyway.
Through the scuppers, again, just gravity, makes it super easy and convenient. And then the other thing I love about this anchor lock arrangement is it allows us to install a trolling motor in the front, which doesn't require any sort of slide or swivel mechanism.
We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the head. It's one of the more impressive parts of this boat. When you think hybrid and you think 32, you don't think a space like that.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are tucking a porta potty into a space barely big enough for a teenager to get into. That is not the case on the 321 CE.
First thing I notice is how much space we have here, right? When you consider that we're in a hybrid type boat, it's incredible. This is not a seasick chamber of other boats, right? This is a usable bathroom that you would find almost like a half bath in your house. The shallow draft of this boat and having the space to get the floor down anyway and still have this much headroom is impressive.
You can compare this to any other kind of crossover style of center console, and nobody's going to have a head compartment with this much space or comfort.
So I see oak wood shower grate so we can have a seated shower if we want to. Vacuum flush toilet below. Corian
countertop, stainless steel sink, pull-out sink faucet that doubles as a shower wand, vertical rod storage.
For 3 rods.
Yep, dedicated tackle storage on the forward wall.
Love that, tackle trays.
And then just a massive bulk storage space inboard of the tackle storage. So you can put additional tackle box and natural light through the window. And you think about having all this either offshore or having it backed up to the beach at the sandbar.
How awesome would that for your kids to be able to jump in and out of the boat? You don't have to go back to the marina or the dock every time somebody's got to use it.
It's all about keeping things super easy, super comfortable, and everybody just having a great time.
When I walked up to the show this morning and looked at this boat, I was blown away. Then as you step in it, it's pretty obvious that we just got bigger and better in every way. Those offshore features as we move through the boat, it's that same CV2 hull that's tried and true since the early 90s. It's the hardware, it's all those features of an offshore boat that we've incorporated into this inshore, nearshore hybrid platform.
Yeah, especially with the full maneuverability being a standard feature. Our optional our Seakeeper. To have it in a Coastal Explorer, awesome. When most people think of a hybrid boat, I think they're probably feeling like the boat's gonna have limitations, right? It's not really gonna be an offshore capable boat.
Right.
Or if it's an offshore boat, it's not really gonna be something that I can take into those skinnier fishing waters. Or it's not gonna have all the features that I really want to have fun at the sandbar.
Right.
But in the case of the 321, I think we really have the best of everything.
Who should have this on their list?
I think it's a much smaller list of who shouldn't come to look at the boat because really this accomplishes so many things on the water.
Yeah.
First and foremost, people who want to fish the boat. And maybe they're more inclined to do inshore fishing, maybe they're more inclined to do offshore. I imagine there's a lot of people who would really love the perfect boat to be able to do it all.
For the guy that wants to fish, we have all those features, whether it's inshore catching snook in the morning or offshore catching mahi in the afternoon.
It's an incredible boat to take to the sandbar. Get everybody on board. They all have a comfortable place to sit, back it right up to the beach, and let's take that sunset cruise back to the house after a beautiful day out on the water.